You know, I've seen some topics that are divisive, but this is on a whole different level. All this virus stuff, coronavirus and all this. And it's interesting to look at it because here you have two sides, and then you even have factions within those two sides. You have people that are wearing masks, wearing gloves. They're pretty freaked out. They're following all the orders, and they're doing it for a good reason. They're keeping their families safe. They want to keep you safe, and they want to keep this country safe. And there's nothing really wrong with that. You know, aside from what happened while you were protecting yourself to all your rights and your family's rights and your kids' rights and your grandkids' rights, just got stripped away. But we'll get into that later, because right now those people don't even care about all that. They're just worrying about staying alive today, you know, one more day in the good old USA. Then we have another group of people. Oh my word. There's your tax money at work right there. 4 or 5 Ford trucks just sitting there. We have another group of people that, you know, they've talked to the nurses in their neighborhood. Maybe they're like me and they go down and film these COVID testing facilities. They film the hospitals. They look at the stats and they're like, hey, even if these stats are true, which I don't think they are, this is like no more deaths than the flu. So why are these people freaking out? Well, they're freaking out because the TV has got everybody freaked out. And by good reason. If you watch the TV, you should be freaked out. But you look at the numbers, and we've had much worse flu seasons than this. And the total deaths haven't changed at all. What the people that aren't freaking out believe is they're taking deaths like heart failure or fall down the stairs or whatever, and they're coding it as a COVID death. And you could watch videos on that from David Icke. Well, of course, that just got taken down on YouTube. The amount of free speech left on YouTube. See, in the U.S. right now, dissent is not allowed. You need to follow the official narrative that everybody's going to die. Everybody's got to wipe their shopping cart down. Everybody's got to stay at home. Everybody's got to shut their business down unless you have one of the 7 to 10 big businesses, or you got a vape shop or a liquor shop. Especially if you got a church you need to shut down. But you see, the people on the panic side, they're so panicked. They're so full of fear that they cannot even comprehend how there could be someone out there that's so stupid that they don't know to stay at home and protect themselves. So it's interesting, the people that are starting to question this or have questioned it from day one, they totally see the other people's point. I mean, it's straight up panic. But the people panic, they are just scratching their head, they're yelling, they're swearing on Facebook against people who are questioning the official narrative. And I don't know. It's really interesting. It's hard on families. It's hard on friends. What I got to remind people is we are still in the U.S. It may not feel like it. I mean, the rules may be more severe than Soviet rules now and classic German rules, but we are still in the U.S. And that's why, they don't even have the power to enforce most of these rules. These rules are themselves illegal. But this comes from a friend of mine has a Facebook page where he puts a lot of dissent to the public narrative. He doesn't believe in the COVID-19 or the Kool-Aid 19 or the Kool-Aid 1984. Not really buying into it, not really buying into the fear. And some friends of his, some old friends from high school, 20 years ago, public school, of course, get in there and just, tried to rip him apart with stats, as if those stats are from God. As if my friend hadn't already heard all that crap. Basically, they just parroted what's the freaky guy? Anderson Cooper said on the news. And, meanwhile, we see signals left and right from Trump. Trump refuses to get a test initially, won't wear a mask, won't wear gloves, laughs at it, initially said it's stupid. But see, once America got the panic pill, he couldn't stop it. He had to play the game. That's why he's already disbanding the coronavirus task force. And boy, that's just got the fear mongers and the fear pill poppers just going crazy. Well, why are you doing that, Mr. President? We're still in a pandemic. Guys, look up for me the definition of the word pandemic. And in most of our counties down here in Texas, the death rate, by the way, they haven't released a single name here. They're not required to do that. Haven't seen any extra funerals. Everywhere I go, I ask everyone, hey, do you know anyone that's been killed by the COVID? Nope. But up in New York, but up in Seattle, nope. I'm asking you right here because you're the one looking like a jackass with a mask on your face at Safeway or Randall's. That's you. No, that's you. You're the one acting like a tard up at Costco. So you're all freaked out. But by the way, look at the definition of pandemic. See if it says a majority of the populace. Tell me what it says. I made a video showing the definition. And that's why I say every local news organization, they're liars. Because they're using the word pandemic. There's a pandemic. New death numbers. Pandemic. Governor says you can do this. Government says you can't do that. Government says this is essential. Government says this is not essential. And we got order followers out there just eating up this. They're actually arguing about who's essential and who's not. Anybody who's got a table and silverware in their house is essential, as far as I'm concerned. A buddy of mine also told me something interesting. In the land of many retards, Seattle, they've actually got a new crew. I believe they work for the city of Seattle. I got to look up who these guys are. They actually go around to high populated areas on the street and they ride their bicycles, and they've attached some devices where they have 6 feet in each direction from the bike rider, and they disperse, social distancing, please, social distance. They're actually doing this in Seattle. I believe they're actually paying people to do that. I'm going to try to find that article. Thank you.